Hi, I'm Amy Beldotti, President of the Congregation Council. As you know, we will be celebrating our 125th anniversary on September 11th, 2016. In support of this celebration, our Congregation Council has decided to raise $125,000, $1,000 for every year in existence. This money will go towards sponsoring local, national, and global ministries. I'd now like to introduce Ruth Johnson, who will tell us a little bit about the history of St. John's.
I'm Ruth Johnson. I've been a member of St. John's for 92 years. The church was founded in 1891 by 26 Swedish immigrants. My grandparents and mother joined the church in 1902. The original building was moved to Grove Street in 1923, drawn by horses. At that time, there were 195 members. Eventually, they grew out of that building, and our present sanctuary was dedicated in 1954. In 1958, an education and parish wing was added, and in 1974, the chapel was built. In 1993, a memorial garden was established. In 1991, there was a 100th anniversary appeal, and at that time, we gave away $200,000 to various charities locally and nationwide.
Our Social Ministry Committee has chosen 3 local agencies to receive this gift from St. John's. Domus, Neighbors Link, and Family Centers will now share a little bit about what they will do with this money.
I'm Bob Arnold, President of Family Centers. We do so many things to come at people who are struggling and give them the tools they need to succeed, that I'm so proud of that. Over the years, St. John's has been enormously helpful to us, and we've had wonderful gifts of food and baskets around Thanksgiving and Christmas time that have gone to both whole families and individuals. So the church has been just a wonderful giving partner through the years with Family Centers. Final thought I'd like to leave you with is that we are an evolving organization that's all about creating solutions for today.
I'm Catalina Horak, and I'm the Executive Director of Neighbors Link Stamford. So Neighbors Link Stamford was founded almost 5 years ago, and there was no central place, community center, where people could just use as a point of entry to learn how to navigate the system. Our mission is about immigrant integration, and our programs are all under the umbrella of educate, empower, and employ. So all our computers are hand-me-downs, all of our, TVs are hand-me-downs, and to know that we can have access to brand new computers so that we can have a better system for the children who come here to do their homework so their computers are not crashing all the time, or have additional books and materials for our ESL classes. It's incredibly unique, and we're extremely grateful for it. We have served over 5,000 clients, we had over 2,400 people in classes or receiving services in 2015, a very large growth versus, the previous years. And to know that we're still working with St. John's is really exciting.
Domus is a nonprofit in Stamford. We have 3 sectors. Eric and I work for the residential program. So we have a group home located at 929 Newfield Avenue, right across the street from you guys. We also have a transitional living program, and we run independent living programs.
We're responsible for all the young men in our program. We basically work with our young men around life skills. All of our kids live here 24/7. They're here 365, so we're staffed 24 hours a day.
You kind of see from the environment is we want these kids to have a safe, stable, home-like environment, which they haven't had in their lives. Unfortunately, they've had a lot of traumatic experiences that get them to this point, and they don't have that safe, stable home life, and that's really what we try to create here. As part of our program here, we feel that you should be giving back to your community. So much like you guys do community service projects, our kids do community service projects in-house. So when we do things around like the pumpkin patch with you guys, that is part of their monthly community service projects.
For a little over a year, St. John's Lutheran has supported Pastor Carrie Smith at the Lutheran Church of the Redeemer in Jerusalem. This is a conflicted area of the world, and her ministry there is one of peace and justice. I'm pleased to introduce Pastor Amanda Nelson, who is a recipient of Fund for Leaders. Part of what we're raising money for in our appeal is to support those who are future leaders in the church.
Hi, St. John's. My name is Amanda Nelson, and I'm the pastor of Faith Lutheran Church in East Hartford, Connecticut. I am a 2014 graduate of Pacific Lutheran Theological Seminary, and I was also a full scholarship recipient from the Fund for Leaders. The scholarship that I received from the Fund for Leaders made all the difference in my seminary education. These days, to follow your call to ministry, it's not only a big decision because our calls are so important, but it's also a big decision because financially it can be such a burden to continue our education. And so to receive a full tuition scholarship from the Fund for Leaders meant a lot of those fears could be alleviated, and I could just focus on following my call and being present with my classmates and in my studies. But also being a Fund for Leaders scholar, it's more than just the money. To receive that kind of support from my church meant more to me than I can probably ever describe. But I do so appreciate people like you who are taking the time to consider making a contribution to the Fund for Leaders or to the Womer Fund at your own congregation to support future leaders in our church. I hope you realize what a gift that is to the people who are the future leaders, and I hope that you know that it is so wonderfully appreciated. Thank you so much for all that you're doing. Happy anniversary, and I look forward to seeing you soon. God bless.
As we celebrate 125 years as a congregation, please be generous as you consider your support of the anniversary appeal. Not only are we celebrating our past, but we're living out our discipleship in the present. We share Christ's love, we grow in faith, and we serve others. That's our mission statement. Our appeal is yet another way that we live this out. Thank you for your generosity.